Welcome to Healthy Air, Healthy Communities. I'm Cass Herrington, and today we're going a little informal. We broke out of the studio so you could see me on my bike to work. We're going to talk to some health experts about the benefits of walking and biking on your commute. We'll check out a few mobile apps that track your fitness, and of course you'll get to see me in action. But first, I'm going to grab a quick cup of coffee so you can see the mayor as he walks to work today.
During the campaign, my wife and I thought it'd be really cool if we lived downtown again. When we first got married, we lived in the historic district and totally loved living downtown. Loved the great feeling, the great sense of neighborhood that downtown really represents. Then we moved away, lived in mainly in the all on the east side in the ensuing years. But during the course of the campaign, we thought that if we won, it'd be cool if we lived back downtown. Our condo is extraordinarily convenient for me because I can walk so many places. It's 4 blocks from the office. It's within walking distance of many downtown events, so it's not uncommon at all for me to be walking up and down Main Street. It all depends on what my schedule's like. Frequently, if I have meetings during the day that take me away from the Civic Center, I will drive, but it's not unusual for me to walk to work in the morning, and if I don't need my car until afternoon or the evening, I may walk home and get my car and then drive to somewhere. But it all depends on the schedule. But I do drive, but it's also not fair to assume if you walk by the mayor's spot and not see my car there to assume that I'm not in the office. How are you?
Fine, how are you doing?
Good, did you have a good weekend?
Yeah, I had a great weekend.
Good. As you can probably imagine, I get stopped a lot, so I say hi to a lot of people. People have questions for me. They may have, hey, did you know about the pothole on Mill Road, or did you know that the Lincoln Avenue really needs to be repaved? So you get a lot of suggestions about what the city needs in your walk. So it's a great way to stay connected, and it's just it's nice to be out in the fresh air and just kind of take in nature. I do think I drive less since we moved downtown. In fact, I might go a couple weeks before I have to fill up my tank, which is good. And certainly saves money and certainly helps the environment. So I absolutely can tell a difference in the amount of miles I put on my car. But I do feel healthier. And when I'm in the Civic Center, 95% of the time I take the stairs and not the elevator. So I do walk every day in some form or fashion. I cannot walk between raindrops, and I go through umbrellas like I go through ink pens. That is to say, I lose them all the time. So if it's raining or if it looks like it's going to rain, I will drive my car to work. The funny thing about snow, if it's not too bad, I will walk to work in the snow and the ice. Again, that's more predicated upon my schedule than the weather. I don't mind walking in the snow and ice. I've got nice walking boots, and to go 4 blocks in a car when you can walk, it's typically safer to use my feet rather than my car. Some people in our building that work downtown, there's a gentleman who's an executive veteran. He walks. He and his wife just moved in from Newburgh. So he really likes the fact he's just walking to work. Oak Hill Road has just been completed, and it's really Evansville's first true complete street. And already I've gotten all kinds of compliments on how many people are taking advantage of the bicycle lanes, how many people are using the sidewalks and walking. So I think first it is just getting people to understand it's good for us. And secondly, it's a matter of having the resources available to adapt our streets, either to add bike lanes or to completely re-engineer them to create complete streets. So I think those are the 2 biggest challenges the city faces in terms of trying to get people out and walking or bicycling. Evansville received a honorable mention in its first attempt to be recognized as a bicycle-friendly community, which we think is great because we just started this a matter of months ago. We see more and more people using their bicycles, and we certainly encourage that. And again, I think it's just trying to get people to think, hey, I could ride my bicycle. It is safe, and obviously we want all of our motorists who use their vehicles to make sure they're aware of their bicyclists around them. My wife and I also have bicycles. So it's not unusual to see us bicycling. We just went to the Streets Alive a few weeks ago. So we got home from church, changed clothes, had lunch, and rode our bikes up there. Then we rode our bikes out to my mom and dad's who live on the west side, visited with them a little bit, stopped at a grocery store, got our food for dinner that night, rode back to downtown and had dinner.